I had a good friend today bring up the reality of the challenge of entering back into the dating market being the reality of making the same mistake. And really, what it comes down to is what do you do when you recognize the pattern that maybe you've created in your past with women that you felt that it was the right match, but as a relationship went on, it clearly wasn't. And uh, either it could be a matter of maybe relationships just weren't your thing at that point. Maybe you weren't ready for relationships. Maybe they weren't. Or it could be that you are repeating the same mistake. Now, there's another aspect here. There's two ways to go here. One is I think every man after going through a breakup really should take some time off. I've said that again, and really work on fixing themselves, including getting potentially some therapy, although there's some caveats to the right kind of therapy. Because there could be a pattern of maybe you had a dysfunctional upbringing and maybe you enjoy helping save broken people. And maybe that's a pattern that you repeat. You look for broken women. Or maybe you've been abandoned, and so finding women that may not be faithful might be the ones that you're most attracted to. Recognizing those patterns are important, and I think they're critical for you to go forward. Recognize maybe some things that you are drawn to that are unhealthy in you, and why women that maybe are healthy maybe intimidate you. So that's one avenue. The other avenue that I don't want you to go down is what's called MGTOW, MGTOW, men going their own way. This is when men give up on relationships. This is when men come to the determination that women are all bad, or even use terminology like she's never yours, it's just your turn. Now, for a while, I started to understand some of the attraction to this movement. I understood why some men who have been very, very hurt decide to just never date again, because it is a lot easier. It's a lot more simple to just not date. And you get your life, you get to do what you want. And I'm not even necessarily saying that there's anything bad with that, but if the motivation is that you are doing it because you feel that all women are bad, or all women are so flawed that there can never be a good relationship, I don't think that's a healthy spot to be. I do believe that relationships are work. I do believe that men and women both have tendencies to do things that could damage a relationship, but I don't believe that it's inherent in human nature for relationships to fail. And I don't believe human history has necessarily spelled that out. I do believe that relationships could end based on death, but they don't always have to end based on infidelity and breakups and pain. And so that does take work. It takes responsibility. It takes a lot of not being able to just assume that it's all a wash. And so I want you, if you're struggling with, okay, I'm going to re-enter the dating world, how do I do that and not repeat the same mistakes that I made in the past? I want you to first start by looking at ways that you can better yourself, get yourself in a much more healthy frame of mind. I want you to begin to talk to a good counselor, therapist, or coach. And then I want you to begin to look for patterns in your own life that you've been attracted. What negative attributes might you have been attracted to, and what positive ones might you have inadvertently avoided? So I do believe that there is a potential for good relationships. I do believe that it takes a lot of work, time, effort, energy. I do think that the West has had a lot of increased deficiencies in the possibilities of healthy relationships, but by no means do I think it's a lost cause. I just think it takes two people who have worked very hard to recognize the flaws in Western society and worked on bettering themselves to make the relationship a healthy possibility. So that's what I want for you. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and email me if you would like a one-on-one coaching at marcusoneil@icloud.com, or you can click on the link below and get started. So thanks, and talk to you later.